So today we will talk about the inflation. As you know, कि in the country actually there is the everything, even the food prices, fuel prices, oil prices, fats, and everything, and every prices is going high and high. And now at peak, and it actually crosses the upper limits of the RBI, which is 4%, and with a deviation of plus minus 2%. So let's talk about. So you need to remember that WPI, that is the wholesale price index inflation in May, is 12.94, and it actually there is a slight decrease in June, 12.07%, and which is also a remain high. But CPI inflation means the consumer price index, which is a retail inflation, actually 6.26 in June, and which is a slightly decrease from the 6.30. And retail inflation specifically include oil and fats, actually a 35% increase if we compare it with the last year. And the egg prices, now the 19.4% actually rise. And if we talk about the pulses and project, then there is around the 10% increase in the prices. This comes from the RBI monthly policy, actually monthly bulletin, which released by the RBI monthly. And especially the fuel prices is actually going high, and 12.7%. And if we talk about the core inflation, then 10.4% in June and 10. And WPI inflation can spill over retail inflation and can cause uneasiness over the monetary policy. So this is the data. Now in this video we will talk about the different types of inflation, like what is the inflation, what is the core inflation, headline inflation, and we will also talk about actually the difference between the wholesale price index and the consumer price index. This is, and we will also talk about what is the monetary policy, actually how actually the monetary policy works, and what is the role of the RBI in this monetary policy. We will talk about in this video. So if you talk about the inflation, means the persistent rise in the prices of goods and services is known as the inflation. Suppose if this is a marker of 10 rupees, and let's say it is in this year 11 rupees, and let's say 12 rupees, 13 rupees, so this is called what is inflation, means the persistent rise in the price of goods. Continuous rise in the prices of goods and services is known as the inflation. If we talk about, then there is a various kind of inflation, some kind of skewed inflation, hyperinflation, core inflation, retail inflation, WPI inflation, and the CPI inflation, hyperinflation as well. So if we talk about it specifically, then we will talk about the core inflation. Actually, what is the core inflation? Core inflation is also a kind of inflation which actually related to the rise in prices of goods and services, but which actually exclude, means not included actually the food and the fuel prices, is known as the core inflation. If the food and fuel prices is not included, then that's why it is a less volatile, means the less fluctuation will take place, because if there is a food and fuel prices will rise, then it will lead to the higher spike, because it affects the larger population of the country. Every individual has been affected by the food and fuel prices, including the especially the poor, and that's why it actually excludes the food and fuel prices. That's why it is a less volatile core inflation. Now talks about the headline inflation. If you talk about the headline inflation, actually it is also a rise in prices of goods, and which actually includes the food and fuel prices, and that's why headline inflation is very important from the point of view of economy. And remember that it is a more volatile, means the more fluctuation will take place, and highly inflationary in nature. This is all about the headline inflation. Now the main thing is the WPI inflation and as well as the CPI inflation. So full form of the WPI, wholesale price index. Wholesale actually shows that the wholesale itself is the word which actually shows that which is traded in bulk. So let's say this is a one marker, but if we are selling these markets in a bulk or in a big basket, then we use the wholesale price index. So it is actually changes in the prices of goods. Remember that the main difference between the wholesale price index and the consumer price index, actually it actually includes only the goods, not the services. This is the main difference between the WPI and CPI, which is traded in bulk by the big businessmen. And this WPI inflation actually released by the Office of Economic Advisor, which is very important and which comes under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. and it is the most widely used indicator, and with the base year actually revised in 2017 from the 2004 to 2005 to 2011 to 2012. So now the base year is this. Now let's talk about the consumer price index. If you talk about the consumer, then it actually look at the differences in the prices of goods and services. Example, the food, medical care and education, and also the transport, which comes under the services, etc., comes under the CPI inflation. Remember that it actually CPI inflation, WPI inflation is released by the Office of Economic Advisor under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. But this is published by the National Statistical Office under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. And remember that there are the four types of CPI, यानी कि Consumer Price Index. Then the first is the industrial worker, agricultural worker, rural laborer, and the rural urban combined, you can say. So if you talk about then this industrial worker, agricultural worker, and rural laborer. So these three index of consumer price index is released by the Labor Bureau under the Ministry of Labor and Employment, and the base year of this CPI is 2012, but industrial worker base year is 2016. Actually, why revised? Because to actually to meet the inflation level which actually come from the 2012 to 2000 to give the more advantages to the laborers. Another is the rural urban combined. This released by the National Statistical Office under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. And main thing which you need to remember that RBI actually uses the consumer price index for the inflationary targeted, and which has given the target of 4%, means you have to maintain an inflation at the 4%. If it is increases beyond that, then there is a tolerance limit, means plus minus 2%, means either it can be 2% or maximum 6%. If it is more than this, then the RBI is answerable to the government why this inflation is rising, and you have to give a remedial measures, and RBI has to take a major step why inflation is rising and how it can decrease the inflation. Now we will discuss about the main differences between the wholesale price index and the consumer price index. Why actually RBI uses this consumer price index? You need to remember that if you talk about the wholesale price index, then actually I am a businessman and I traded in bulk. So I went to the company. So from that where the manufactured, everything is manufactured, to the company gate, that is the wholesale price index. But it not directly affected the consumer, actually who are the retail buyer. As an individual, you and me as an individual, and we, whatever we are buying, that is directly affected. So that's why in order to affect the larger population, or actually inflation, if it will go down or up, then it will actually hamper the growth as well as the common people, and that's why RBI actually uses the consumer price index, because the consumer price index is actually what we are buying as an individual. Actually the retail buyer, we are as a retail buyer, and we not buy anything in a traded bulk. We are not buying for the 6 months, 8 months, or let's say for this. So we buy a single commodity, let's say 1 kg or maximum 5 kg, 10 kg. So that's why the RBI CPI, because it actually went to us, and that's why the RBI consumer price index uses for the inflation targeted, although there is a criticism as well. So let's talk about the differences between the consumer price index and wholesale price index. So wholesale price index only considered the goods, and CPI means the both goods and services. This is the main and basic difference. Publishing agencies are also different. Here the Office of Economic Advisor under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, and here is the National Statistical Office released, and actually Labor Bureau is also released the three indexes of CPI. So there is a difference in the publishing agency. Another is the price at wholesale level, means कि big businesses and big enterprises actually go, and when they went to the gate, so that is the that distance is only covered under the WPI indexation, but the CPI actually retail, means what we are buying, I am buying and you are buying, is actually covered under the consumer price index. What is the main thing is that the food weightage are less in the wholesale price index, around the 25%. And if you talk about the food weightage in the consumer price index, which is more around the 42%, and this is one of the actually reason why the CPI is adopted for the inflation by the Raghu Ram Rajan in 2014. So that is all about the what is the CPI, whole consumer price index, wholesale price index, and that's all about. And we will look. So before that, we have to know look at the why the prices is rising in the country. So if you talk about the prices, not only the prices are rising in India but also all over the country, and that is the international impact is also coming in India, and that's why the prices is also rising, especially the crude oil, petroleum, and actually the oil, which actually the vegetable oils is also actually declining because of the from the Vietnam, and these are the country, and there is a increase in the international prices, and that's why the prices in India is also hiking. Food inflation is at the now at the stable position. Now India can afford, and we are can afford to buy that food, but other things which is actually increase in the prices in other thing, crude oil prices, vegetables, oils, etc., which actually indirectly impacting or directly impacting the food inflation, because the more money is going there and less money is left for the food consumption, and that's why the food consumption is also declining in the direction, and that's why there is a lack of demand in the country, and lack of demand lead to the less economic growth. Another thing why prices is rising, as you know, there is a COVID-19, and that's why the tax rate collection is declined since the last year, and India is still not able to cope up, and that's why the government is levying the heavy charges, actually the tax on the food, fuel and other consumable, and that's why the prices of food and other things is also rising. So this is the main reason. Now we will look at the Monetary Policy Committee. So firstly, why we are talking about the Monetary Policy Committee? As you know, wholesale price index actually now in June to 12.7%. So now there is a fear that this wholesale price index can spill over the retail price and cause uneasiness in the Monetary Policy Committee. Let's understand first this statement. Let's say wholesale price index actually which is getting to the businesses, from the businesses to the company, and now they are selling. So if they are selling the prices which is actually inflationary, so they will get more to the customer, and which will be more inflationary, and means the more prices, more increase in more prices, and which will get us. So that's why this is how the relation between the wholesale price index and the retail inflation, means the consumer price index, and this is how the wholesale price index can increase the consumer price index. Now how wholesale price index actually can cause the uneasiness because of the inflation and the monetary policy. One of the job is to contain the inflation rate under the 4% with a deviation of 4 to 6, and that's how the wholesale price index can impact the Monetary Policy Committee. So let's talk about the monetary policy. Actually, why formed? What are the factors which lead to the Monetary Policy Committee formation? Before that, what happened? The RBI governor, means the a single person which is actually look at the interest rate and fix the interest rate. So that is the single member actually setting the interest rate, and which is the worldwide implication in India, as well as the which are the foreign investor actually who are taking borrowing money from the country. So that interest rate is actually impacting the whole of the country, also the foreign investor. So to get this solution, actually to get this solution and not a single person, so government appointed the and government amended the Banking Regulation Act 1934 and made the Finance Act 2016 and make a Monetary Policy Committee 2016. So under this is also a recommendation by the Urjit Patel to actually make a Monetary Policy Committee, and that's why also the Monetary Policy Committee was formed. What is the main job of the Monetary Policy Committee? Actually, to make the interest rate under control. So firstly, we have to look at what are the impacts of the interest rate. Let's say I have to open a shop of, let's say, 10,000, and if the 10,000 I have to borrow from the bank, then let's say the 10% is the interest. Then I have to pay at least the if I am the 100 rupees, if I am buying something, then I have to pay the 110. So it will impacting the whole of the country, and that is the job of the main job is to interest. So if it is high, then the people will not borrow, economic growth will hamper. So because foreign investor as well as the other small and medium enterprises as an individual as well, we will not buying because of the, we will not borrow because of the high borrowing or high interest. And that's why to keep that interest rate under control, actually this monetary policy committee formed. Another is the inflation targeting. Inflation targeting up to the 6% and minimum 2% is the target, and stable is the 4%. So this is the main job, because the high inflation can hamper the common man, not industrialists and the big businesses, but common man, because they have the limited amount of income and they have to spend according to their budget, and that's why the inflation targeting. So more inflation will also hamper the growth, and less inflation is also hamper the growth. So a stable inflation which both give the price stability as well as the economic growth, and that's why this monetary policy one job is the inflation targeting. As I have told you, the price stability and economic growth is also important. Actually, how decision arrived in the monetary policy committee, how monetary policy committee actually takes a decision. So remember that it is a 6-member committee. 3 members from the RBI, means one is the governor, RBI governor, and another is the deputy governor, and which is the actually experts from the RBI. 3 members from the government, which is also an expert in the different economic strata. And voting takes place, they sit at least 4 times in a year. 4 times in a year they sit and they take a decision on the interest rate and monetary policy. And that's why, so what happened, they actually take account the majority voting. If the 4%, if the out of 6, 4 is saying that we need to change the interest rate, then they have to change, and binding on the RBI they will change the interest rate. And if the 3 members are saying no, there is no need to change, and 3 members are saying yes, there is a need to change, then there is a conflict, and there is a, then the casting vote, means who will decide that? Then the RBI governor has the casting vote. They can dictate if there is a same voting in the either yes side and no side, then the RBI governor can dictate we will not change or we will change the monetary policy committee. So this is how the decision take place in the monetary policy committee. As I have told you, what is the impact will take place of the monetary policy committee. So remember that it is very important that it is actually amended in the Banking Regulation Act 1934, and the main job is the interest rate, inflation targeting, price stability and economy. It is a 6-member committee, and 3 from the RBI and 3 governor, and actually 4 times actually sit in a year to set the benchmark interest rate. One of the objective of the monetary policy committee is actually to set the transparency and accountability, because RBI's governor is also a human being. So there might be an influence of the big industrialist, because their common man is not reached, common man cannot reach to the RBI governor. So influence of the industrialist can take place, and so low interest rate that it can lead to the more borrowing, and crowding out effect can take place. And that's why one of the objective of the monetary policies committee to bring a transparency and accountability in setting the benchmark interest rate. So this is all about the what is the WPI inflation and CPI inflation and monetary policy committee, why the prices in the country is rising, and this is all about of this video. So what is the summary of this video is that we actually today how the wholesale price index can impact the retail price. There can be a spillover, and also the monetary policy committee why important, main thing difference between the wholesale price index and consumer price index. Actually wholesale price index only considered the goods, and CPI actually considered both the goods and services. Publishing agency are different. Actually Office of Economic Advisor publishes the wholesale price index, and the National Statistical Office actually release the consumer price index. So monetary policy committee is, this is the all about the monetary policy committee. Thank you guys, hope you like this video. You should subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video.